it like this, even though some of you will say that I can do it a different way. Here is, write this example problem down. 125 over 1,000. And the book says to reduce by prime factorizing. Okay, to reduce by prime factorizing. Well, children, here is the way that this has to work. Can I say it's not the most fun thing? Maybe not the most exciting thing, but it does work. Your first step that you have to do in this, step number 1, is you have to prime factorize both numbers. Now, it's up to you if you like the tree thing, if you like the product or division by primes, whatever one you like. Let's do 125. I'll do division by primes just because 5 goes into that how many times? Somebody say 25? Sure. 5 goes into 25 5 times. So, here's the deal for the first one. 125 equals 5 times 5 times 5. Stop me there if that's confusing you. It's nothing new. We've done that before. Alright, then, children, we need to prime factorize 1,000. I'll do that by tree-way just because 1,000 is what? 10 times 100?
Yes.
10 is 2 times 5, and I can stop with that. 100 is 10 times 10. And 10 is, again, 2 times 5. And the other 10 is also 2 times 5. So, my 1,000 equals, I believe I have 3 2's and, what, 3 5's. Step number 1 complete. That was pretty quick, don't you think? Let's make this a fraction like it was. Now, I'm guessing that this, at this point, at least looks pretty familiar with it because the book gives you a bunch of problems out like this. What do you have to do when you see numbers over numbers like this? Alex Vollmer?
Cancel it out.
Exactly, and that would be step number 2. You need to cross off top with bottom 1 for 1. Top with bottom 1 for 1. And you have done this before. I know if I looked in the book, there would be a problem. There are no 2's on top, so none of the 2's cross off, but this 5 can cross off with 1 5 down here, a second 5 with the second 5, a third 5 with the third 5. That's everything that crosses out, but we have an issue here. Everything on top crossed out. What's the deal when everything on top crosses off? And check. What's that? Yeah, if everything crosses off on top, you're still left with a 1. Okay, so step number 3, this is a big dead spot in the way. 3 is to remultiply anything that's left. So you end up with a 1 on top because there's nothing else, over 2 times 2 times 2, which is an 8. So 1/8 is your answer when you do that. It takes a lot of time. Is there another way you could reduce it? Sure, but this way works, and we want you to get to see the whole prime factorizing thing, so it's not a terrible thing. Everybody got it? I'll give you another example here in a second here. By the way, kids, here's a good thing, okay? You'll see the number 1,000 appear again in problems. I don't really, if you've already prime factorized it once, I don't think you should probably have to do it each and every time, so if you're looking in your assignment and you know that 1,000 is this, you really don't have to do the tree thing every time for that, you know what I'm saying? If you see that 125 is this, you don't have to do that 125 again. You've already got it down somewhere. Even if it's in your notes, it would be a good thing or whatever. All right, let's try one more here. How about this one? 875 over 1,000. 875 over 1,000. And again, here's that case in point. I don't think that you really need to prime factorize 1,000 all over again. You know that it was 3 2s times 3 5s. So I'll give you that. You don't have to spend the time on that. But 875, you might want to prime factorize. I will let you prime factorize 875. And again, because of rules of divisibility, you should see that what? 5 goes into 875. Sometimes it gets a little goofy there. See what you come up with 875 for prime factors. Prime factors of 875. Hopefully, when you prime factorize that, you ended up with 5 times 5 times 5 times 7. And then crossing things out, this 5 with this 5, second 5, second 5, third 5, third 5. If you remultiply all this out, what are you left with on top? A 7 on the bottom. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. It's not 2 plus 2 plus 2. It's 2 times 2. Problems with that? Excited?